always in the house. But in our society, what is happening in temples, like especially Pujari's case, and who are, that means closely working with women. Because they come for the preparation of boga and this and that, so cleaning of the ready dresses, or arranging the jewelry, this and that. For these services, when they come, there is a good chance of that means getting exposed to so many women. So there is a very dangerous place, and also their husbands have trust on the temple. Temple brahmacharis means they are all sadhus. If you मुंह में उंगली रखते तो वो काटेंगे नहीं, वो चाटेंगे. ऐसा सोच के वो लोग बेचते हैं अपना पत्नी को. लेकिन इधर क्या होता है actually? Even of course brahmacharis also they try to control, but because of this free mixing, what is happening? So unnecessary relationships are developed, and then finally, Akashat patitam toyam sagaram pratigacchati. Finish. So maintaining that consciousness, mother consciousness, towards every woman. So that's why one has to remember this. Not that just searching for the beauty in the different limbs of our body. So this is a common practice. That's why in every language, even in the Telugu also we see, everyone we call Amma. Everyone, almost all. Peddamma, Chinnamma, Chellamma, all Amma, Vadinamma, Amma. Amma, Chellamma, Rama. Everywhere, that's reminded actually in the consciousness. She is mother, like that. From the small baby to everyone, Chellamma, we say. There's a sister actually. Akkamma, so Peddamma, Attamma. Everywhere we call Amma. Vadinamma. This is the way. It will remind him actually. So Prithu Maharaj is seeing towards every woman as mother, except his wives. These are the symptoms of a learned person as described by Chanakya Pandit. This should be standard for education. Education doesn't mean having academic degrees only. One should execute what he has learned in his personal life. These learned characteristics were really manifest in the life of King Prithu. So that's why education means teaching values. Just teaching skills nowadays is becoming so prestigious education. Teaching skills in engineering, chemistry, or political science, this and that. But teaching character, having character. Chanakya says actually, if you want to become a king, first and foremost what one should have, Vinaya actually. Should have Indriya, controlled senses, and he is humble. So such a boy can learn from Guru, then Buddha Sevanam. Then after that he will go for Gurus actually. From the childhood, in the house itself, before sending Gurukul itself, parents they teach actually. Parents also they teach the boys before sending Gurukul also. That's why one of our failure is because of our Gurukuls, because parents are not trained actually. There is no proper training for parents. So how to mold a baby actually, and what he should expect from a Gurukul and from the teacher, from Gurukul teacher. So how much they should interfere in Gurukul affairs. So this is also very much important. This kind of education is not there for parents also. That's why those projects are also not successful. Similarly in Varnashrama also, so farm communities, there is no training before sending to the farm communities. So there is need of Varnashrama college. That is not established, and simply people went there and they stayed and they fought for a few days, then came out. This is another problem. So here, one should execute what he has learned in his personal life. These learned characteristics were very manifest in the life of King Prithu. Although he was the king, he treated himself as a servant of the Lord's devotees. According to Vedic etiquette, if a devotee came to a king's place, king would immediately offer his own seat to him. This is etiquette actually. The word Brahmavadina is very significant. Brahmavadi refers to the devotee of the Lord. Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan are different terms of the Supreme Brahman. And the Supreme Brahman is Lord Krishna. This is accepted in Bhagavad Gita by Arjuna. Param Brahma, Param Dham. Brahmano hi Pratishtha. Krishna is a source for Brahman also, is a shelter for Brahman also. So in that way, so Krishna is shelter of the Brahman, but not the Brahman is shelter for Krishna. So Mayavadis, they think reverse. So Brahman is cause for Bhagavan. But actual fact is Bhagavan is cause for Brahman. What Mayavadis they say? So Brahman is there, that is ultimate, absolute, and that is the source of everything. That is a prominent, and that's a reflection on Vidya is Bhagavan. They say like that. Vidya is the part of Maya. So reflection of this Brahman on Vidya is known as Bhagavan. So that means according to their philosophy, Brahman is main and Bhagavan is dependent on Brahman. Like that they define their philosophy. But that is not correct. So in the Bhagavad Gita clearly Bhagavan says, Brahmano hi pratishtaham. Pratishtha means, what is the meaning of pratishtha there? Shelter. Yes. So thus the word Brahmavadinam refers to the devotees of the Lord. The state should always serve the devotees of the Lord. And ideal state should conduct itself according to the instructions of the devotee. State means what, you know? Huh? So total governance. That means king and also his wealth, treasury, his servants, all together, and people, everything together is known as state actually. So that's why state's duty is serving devotees. Because King Prithu followed this principle, he is highly praised. When in whichever state there is respect for devotees, then that state will be peaceful. Next, Dehinam Atmavat Preshtaha Suhrudam Nandi Vardhana Mukta Sangha Prasangoyam Dandapani Rasadushu. पढ़िए कोई.
The king will consider all embodied living entities as near as his own self, and he will always be increasing the pleasures of his friends. He will intimately associate with liberated persons, and he will be chastising hand to all impious persons.
Yeah. They are further glorifying. Dehinam Atmavat Preshtaha. The most dearest one is what in this total for us? In the body, what is the most dearest one? Body, mind, senses, mind, intelligence, ahankara, soul. What is most one? Most? Soul is most dear. What is most dear to everyone? Self. Self is very, very dear actually. Maybe that self they may consider as body, some people. Some people may consider self as intelligence, emotions actually, which are there in the mind. That means they consider mind as self. But ultimately, everyone like what? Self. Soul. But they have misunderstanding actually. So because they are understanding that self means body, that's why they are loving body. So whoever knows that emotions only he himself, some boys will be there so emotional actually. So if there is a point comes for which they have to give preference, for only one they can give preference. Then if you ask what is important for your body or your emotions, then they say emotions. Because he considers emotions as self. And some people who are little bit higher consciousness, they consider their intelligence is self. Their knowledge, their ability of thinking and decision making power, this
this he feels himself. These emotions are all different actually from me. So then that person will be liking his intelligence because he is considering self and he give importance for that. So like that, as per the evolution of consciousness, ultimately everyone is liking self, but as per their consciousness, they are considering differently as self. But everyone liking self. But compared to self, who is more dear? Super soul actually. That's why it is said. Evam swachitte swatayeva siddha atma priyordho bhagavan ananta tam nirvruta niyatartho bhajeta samsara hetu paramascha. So actually compared to soul, also most dear one is super soul actually. And why it is very lovable actually. It is most beloved. The most beloved object is Paramatma. That means soul, loving soul is also not it will not give so much pleasure actually. But when soul, self, loves Paramatma, then it will get immense, that means unpredictable actually. Unpredictable happiness will come. Why? Because he is Bhagavan. The reason is, he is possessing all the opulences. Soul तो गरीब है ना? Soul के पास क्या आनंद है? You know what is the amount of pleasure is imbibed in the soul? Did you experience that? Huh? No? You didn't experience the pleasure in the soul, pure soul? Huh? You all experienced, but you forgot. I will remind you, all of you. So, 2 दिन एकदम खेत में अच्छे से गाय मैंने बैल की प्लेस में हम लोगों को लगा के काम करा दिया जाए, और उसके बाद एकदम 2 दिन लगाना है काम में, उसके बाद 1 दिन ऐसा छोड़ दिया, 2 दिन नहीं थी, 4 दिन 5 दिन 1 हफ्ता, और रात में भी नींद कम, मैंने केवल 4 घंटा सोने दे, और उसे दिन भर ऐसे 4 दिन लगातार काम करके एक बार छोड़ देंगे, 1 दिन रेस्ट है, तब देखो सोएंगे उस समय सोते समय कैसे हैं, एक भी सपना नहीं आता है. There will be no even a single dream. Yes? And in that state, that is known as sushupti. So after getting up from that kind of deep sleep, so what you will say? Wow, बहुत अच्छा मजा आया. I was so happy. This happiness is known as soul happiness. That much only. सोल बहुत गरीब है, उसके पास इतना ही प्लेजर है बस. ब्रह्मन रियलाइजेशन भी उतना ही है, उसके लिए क्यों जाना है यार? तो quality wise same, but the quantity is very little. Even quality means don't think that all qualities of the Paramatma, Jivatma is having. Only few. That means Sat, Chit, Ananda, Chitta also, that Chit can be influenced by the Maya. That kind of Chit we are. Eternal is okay. Eternal means permanent. In the past we are there, present and future also will be there. That is the meaning of eternity. Chit and Ananda potency. Chit potency also is a degraded Chit. That is low quality Chit. So, Lord Chit is high quality. That Chit cannot be influenced by avidya. Avidya cannot cover.
This is with Bibhinnams.
Vibhinnams.
But with Swams, it is complete.
Swam means Krishna himself. Krishna's dead. Swam is not a particle, it is a body complete. So, this is very minute actually, minute pleasure in the soul. Garib hai. Anand wise, pleasure wise, if you think, so soul is so poor. So that's why respecting soul and realizing self is not a big deal actually. But
we say Prabhuji, realization, but somebody realize Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. Prasannatma, he becomes complete happiness, joyful, joyous. So if it is little, how it is complete prasanna?
Because as per his association with because of his associating nannies, so they said that this is the highest, that's all.
No, Krishna is saying, na, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma.
Krishna is saying Brahmabhuta Prasannatma and he is saying Mad Bhaktim Labate Param. So he is saying my bhakti is even superior. But who will be taking the pleasure of the Brahman? Those who got association of Jnanis. And Jnanis, they say what? So they don't have any faith that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead and the pleasure from the Krishna is far, far superior than the Brahman. Such a conception they have. Jnanis, do they have?
No.
They don't have. So what they preach? They say that Brahman is highest pleasure and this is only the highest. And that's why whoever is coming in association of such a Jnanis, so they only think that Brahman is pleasure is the highest and that is enough. And they think nothing is more than this. But you came in association of devotees and you understood the purpose of Shastra in a right way, and now you are thinking that Brahman pleasure is nothing insignificant. How you came to know? Did you experience Bhagavan pleasure and Brahman pleasure and you compared and then you are saying? Someone, association, because of association you got this information and because of his mercy you are putting faith on these words. And similarly, the person who came in association of Jnanis, they will put faith on his words and they will be happy with that. But the point is, but Brahman or the soul pleasure is not the highest one. It's the poor actually. Bhagavan Anantaha. So Lord is Bhagavan. So Paramatma is Bhagavan and he is having Bhaga. That means Aishwarya, Virya, Yashaha, Shriha. And innumerable potencies are there and immense potency. As uncountable potency is with him. So that's why when soul start loving him, then it will be getting the far, far superior happiness.
You are mentioning that body is self, mind is self.
Yeah, yeah.
So mind is emotion, intelligence is
Intelligence is a knowledge.
knowledge, and false.
Decision making power, knowledge. And false ego is ego.
That is opinion.
Ego means ahamta. That means ego you don't have.
No, I am not.
That is ego. Okay.
What is this 78% of the quality that Prabhupada talks about?
Yeah. So, in some places we have counted that, but 78%. But Lord, He have ananta qualities. He has uncountable qualities. That is, as per some figuratively, it is saying like that. Like Keshagra Satabhaga Sasada Kalpitasya. What it mean? That means we are taking the tip of the hair and then dividing 100 parts and take one and divide it 100. Then that is the size of the soul absolutely, or it's a figuratively? It's a figuratively actually. Similarly, this is also just to make us understanding. So, in some places, figuratively it is said, Lord is having these many qualities and we are having in that 78%.
78% is a big number.
Huh?
It's a big number, 78%. It's a big number, minute or some quantities, but
Mm.
78% quality. Even though it is
We have also kartrutvam, bhoktrutvam, and gnatrutvam, and dasabhutata, harer dasabhutata, and anandatvam, like this. Such a sinful heads of state cannot actually be popular at any time. So, in the age of, okay. The word Dehinam refers to those who are embodied. The living entities are embodied in different forms, 84 lakhs of species. All of these were treated by king in the same way he would treat himself. So that means his pain is others' pain he will always feel as his own pain. This is the meaning of. Like this kind of practice is also necessary for devotees actually. Where it is said? कौन सा श्लोक?
आत्मवत् सर्वभूतेषु यः पश्यति स पंडिता मात्रवत् परदारेषु.
No, वो तो नहीं. जो कनिष्ठ अधिकारी हैं, कनिष्ठ भक्त को what they should practice? They should practice so seeing, that means they cannot see, but they should treat the different living entities, various living entities, as it is the house, that body is the house of the Paramatma. This consciousness has to be maintained. This we have heard in 29th chapter. I think you people remember or not. I only taught this point also. I was discussing at the time. What is the point? Point is, people who are here, they are all Kanishta Adhikaris. So to become qualified Drashraddha, to get, what is the symptom of Kanishta Adhikari? Consciously I am asking.
He has,
Huh?
he knows that the Lord is mine. Nobody is connected.
Nobody is connected to Lord.
Not yet realized that.
Huh? Nobody is connected to what? Electricity. Doesn't respect the devotees. What is the symptom of? Bolo.
He worships the deity but with Shraddha. He has Shraddha.
Huh? He has?
Shraddha.
Shraddha?
Yes. Archayame bharye puja. Nacha bhakteshu channeshu sa bhakta prakriti smrita.
Archayam eva haraye pujam yaha shraddayehate na tad bhakteshu chanyeshu sa bhaktaha prakritah smritaha. So, here what is the point here? Kanishta Bhakta, so as per consciousness, Kanishta can be as per the type of sadhana he uses to worship Lord and how many samskaras happened. Based upon that also Kanishta, Madhyama, Uttama is defined. Kanishta, Madhyama, Uttama is not a absolute terms. These are all what? Relative terms. Kanishta in what? So if you say Madhyama in what? If someone say he is Uttama, best, what you will ask?
Shraddha Anusari.
Huh?
Shraddha Anusari. Incheta according to CC.
कोई भी एक छोटा सा बच्चा आया तो वो आकर बोला मैं फर्स्ट हूँ बेस्ट. Then you will ask what? In what? Best in sports, best in academics, best in fighting, best in eating, best in sleeping. In what you are best? You'll be asking or not? Someone says, I am moderate. Moderate in what? I am least in what? Similarly, Kanishta, Madhyama, Uttama. These are also, whenever you say Uttama Adhikari, then you should ask what? In what? Generally, Uttama means what you should you take then? In what? Uttama, Madhyama, Kanishta. These are all now you are studying here. Uttama, Madhyama. In what this is? Sarva bhuteshu yaha pashyed bhagavad bhavam atmanah bhutani bhagavatyatmanni esha bhagavatottamaha. So these are all what? This is a Uttamadhikari. Yeah? It is defining Uttamadhikari or not? So in what he is Uttama? Based upon consciousness. So similarly, Uttama, Madhyama, Kanishta will be there based upon type of sadhana they use for worshipping Lord. if someone using direct devotional services is Uttama, and someone uses karma along with the direct devotion, then he is Madhyama. Like that also you can define Kanishta Madhyama Uttama. And that Kanishta Madhyama Uttama is equal to this Kanishta Madhyama Uttama. The one who is Uttama in academics is equal to the Uttama in the sports also. Can you say like that? No. So similarly, someone will be Uttama, Madhyama and Kanishta based upon Shraddha also. So, devotees also classified as Kanishta, Madhyama, Uttama based upon samskaras, devotional samskaras given to them. So that's why I don't think that Kanishta, Madhyama, Uttama as a absolute words. You should ask Kanishta, Madhyama, Uttama in what? So similarly, that means Kanishta Shraddhavan, Uttama Shraddhavan, Madhyama Shraddhavan or Uttama Shraddhavan. And who is eligible for the pure devotion? Only Uttama. Only Uttama Shraddhavan is eligible. Remaining no too. And who, so as per consciousness, that means Uttama, Madhyama and Kanishta. So Madhyama, so who are in this area? As per consciousness I am saying. What I am saying you are all getting or not? ऊपर उड़ जा रहे हैं क्या? उड़ रहे हैं या नहीं? थोड़ा थोड़ा उड़ने लगा ना? मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ एक्चुअली? ये डायग्राम में कौन माने हम लोगों को कनिष्ठ मध्यम उत्तमा बेस्ड अपॉन श्रद्धा also are there, कनिष्ठ मध्यम उत्तमा based upon consciousness, कनिष्ठ मध्यम उत्तमा based upon type of sadhana, कनिष्ठ मध्यम उत्तमा based upon samskaras. So now where you will keep all of them? If I ask you Kanishta Madhyama Uttama based upon consciousness, so where you keep all of them? Kanishta will be? Here and Madhyama Uttama? कहाँ? थोड़ा माने कितना? गेट की इधर उस तरफ या उस तरफ? दृश्यता नजदीक कौन? मध्यमा? अरे भाई कनिष्ठ मध्यम उत्तम आई एम आस्किंग कनिष्ठ मध्यम उत्तम सो you are saying based upon, first of all take based upon consciousness where he will be kanishta okay madhyama bhakta based upon consciousness where you will keep, that means ishvara tadineshu balishu disassu, so prema maitri kupopeksha, so this character person where you will keep? अरे कहाँ? इधर नहीं तो इधर, हाँ इधर इधर लगभग देखो इधर से लेकर इधर सब मध्यम, आफ्टर श्रद्धा से लेकर भाव तक, एंड उत्तम इज इधर रहेंगे, ठीक है. और कनिष्ठ मध्यम उत्तम बेस्ड अपॉन श्रद्धा आई एम सेइंग. व्हाट इज द सिम्टम ऑफ कनिष्ठ मध्यम उत्तम? यू नो, बेस्ड अपॉन श्रद्धा. कनिष्ठ श्रद्धावान हाउ यू विल बी? बोलो. लोग भगवान पर विश्वास है लेकिन भक्तों पर नहीं रहता. बोलो जो भी बनाओ वो पकाओ 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 अच्छे से पकाओ. अरे भैया कहाँ है श्री? हाँ वही आएगा तो अच्छा है, आना चाहिए वही. आजा आजा आजा, जो पेज चाहिए वो आना. हाँ पहले पेज आकर बैठ गए. कनिष्ठ, मध्यम, उत्तम, श्रद्धावान. सिम्टम्स पता है आप लोगों को? कहाँ है ये? वेयर दे आर? ये भक्ति रसामृत सिंधु में है. दीज थिंग्स आर एक्सप्लेन इन भक्ति रसामृत सिंधु. वाव, देखिए एग्जैक्टली आ गया. उत्तम, मध्यम एंड कनिष्ठ. शास्त्रे युक्ते च निपुणः सर्वदा दृढ़ निश्चयः प्रौढ़ श्रद्धा अधिकारी यह स भक्तौ उत्तमः मतः. Rupa Goswami, what he did? Rupa Goswami, first of all, he explained about Anyabhilasha Sunya Gnana Karma Janavrutam, the definition. Then after that, what is Uttam Bhakti he defined. Then after defining Uttam Bhakti, who is eligible for Uttam Bhakti, he is saying. Actually, whoever is having this Shraddha, he is eligible for Uttam Bhakti. So what kind of Shraddha? Shraddhavan is also three types. Uttamaha Shraddhavan, Madhyamaha Shraddhavan and Kanishta Shraddhavan. So Uttama Shraddhavan, how he will be? Shastre Yukte Cha Nipunaha Sarvatha Drudha Nishchayaha Prauda Shraddhaha. Prauda Shraddha means Drudha Shraddha. Strong. And that person is what? What? Adhikari in Bhakti. Bhaktau Adhikari means in Bhakti. Bhakto means in Bhakti Adhikari. That means he is eligible to devotion. Devotion means here in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Rupa Goswami said, Bhakti means always you should take what? Pure devotion only. So that's why only the person who has Prauda Shraddha is Adhikari for pure devotion. That means whoever he has the Dhrada Shraddha, that person only is Adhikari. One, Yaha Shastradishu Anipunaha Shraddhavan Samadhyamaha. That means he is not expert in the scriptures, but he has Shraddha. Then he is what? Madhyama Shraddhavan. Is he Adhikari? Is it written there? No, he is not Adhikari for pure devotion.
Without being expert, how one will have expert?
Somehow, by parampara, loka parampara. Loka parampara. Not from Shastra. He is not from, that means, मेरा दादाजी बहुत अच्छे से भक्ति करते हम भी कर लेंगे. इस प्रकार की श्रद्धा.
That will go away, na?
That's why na, we are not saying Adhikari.
It's Madhyama Adhikari we say.
That's why you don't mix the Madhyamadhikari of the consciousness.
Consciousness के आधार पर
अरे क्लास कोई बोला बच्चा मैं क्लास में एकेडमिक्स में फर्स्ट है. Do you consider him default first in the sports also? Why you are mixing then here? We are saying first, second and third based upon consciousness. And first, second, third based upon Shraddha, faith. And we are saying first, second, third based upon type of sadhana. So that's why till now we have such a misconception. We equate everyone actually. The one who is first in the consciousness, we equate he is also first in the Shraddha, he is also first in the type of sadhana, is also first in the samskaras, everything. ऐसा नहीं चलता है. जो academics में first आया, so by default you will be considered he is first in eating, he is first in sleeping, he is first in sports, he is first in. ये कैसे चलेगा? So that's why here Rupa Goswami is saying Uttama, Madhyama, Kanishta based upon what? Shraddha. Uttama Shraddhavan, Madhyama Shraddhavan and Kanishta Shraddhavan. Yah bhavet Komala Shraddha Sa Kanishta Nigadyet. Shraddha means what? Shastrartha Vishwasa. Shastrom mein Vishwas. Yes. Okay, now why I'm asking, where is that? Diagram is there. Transcendental. So, abhi Kanishta Madhyam Uttama Shraddhavan, where you will keep? Uttama Shraddhavan, where you will keep? Above Dhrada Shraddha. Here we should keep. This total. These are all Uttam Shraddhavan. Above this means all top also. What about Madhyama and Kanishta? Where you will keep? Here it will come. Okay. Now Kanishta, Madhyama, Uttama. Based upon sadhana. So the one who uses direct devotional services 24 hours. And the one who uses is also sadhana, he uses it to worship Lord. So direct devotions, that means Shravanam Kirtanam, also along with that karma also he uses. And Kanishta Karmarpanam. So then where you will keep? Uttama is above Dhrida Shraddha. Because above Dhrida Shraddha, what kind of sadhanas they use?
Ways,
Direct
24
devotional
hours.
service. They don't use any mixing of karma and jnana. Will they mix?
Jnana karma dhinamrita.
Jnana karma janavrutam. So what about so Madhyama and Kanishta? They are in the down.
Yes.
So like this you have to properly understand. In the what context, what is said. Don't equate that Uttama Adhikari means he is Uttama in all. Or Madhyama is Madhyama Adhikari is Madhyama in all. No.
Then Acharya has given this term not in the context. Sometimes like that. Sometimes Prabhupada used that pure devotional service. Everyone is become pure devotee if he's taking Krishna's name like chanting. So he's not giving the context there.
What context, Baba?
Context matlab abhi consciousness ke
Technologies are not mentioned in like
with connected to
consciousness,
Yeah.
sadhana, these kind of things.
So how to
Prabhupada
understand?
used pure devotional service and his
Many times yoga, Prabhupada used yoga, and that is
No, what he wants to say, He wants to say that somewhere it is mentioned just Uttama Adhikari. So then what we should take? Based upon consciousness we should take, based upon Shraddha we should take, based upon sadhana we should take, he is asking. Okay? So then based upon consciousness you should take there. Yeah. चलो थोड़ा सा डिटेलली पढ़ना है हम लोगों को, आप लोग ठीक से गहराई से अध्ययन एकदम पूरा माने भगवत गीता, भागवतम, नेक्टर ऑफ डिवोशन और भी जो भी ग्रंथ है, माधुरी कदम्बिनी, सब ग्रंथ, all the scriptures are speaking about only one thing. Only this is transcendental diagram, that's all. It's not going anywhere else. Everything whatever you read, you should be able to see that in this diagram. Then your understanding is perfect. If you are not able to, whatever points you heard, you are not able to put in the right place of this diagram, that means still some lacking in understanding. This is the point actually. ये अभ्यास है आप लोगों का, एक्सरसाइज. नेक्स्ट ईयर तक रेडी रहना है सब. पढ़िए आप लोग, आ जाएगा. Next, in this age, all of these were treated by the king in the same way he would treat himself. So why I am saying that actually people who are in the Kanishta, that means Kanishta means those who are considering Lord in the deities only and they don't see Lord in other living entities. For those people, those are all Kanishta based upon what? Those people, those are Kanishta based upon? Those who see Lord in only deities and they are not seeing the Lord in consciousness. Where we should keep? And what they should do? To overcome this, that means their Kanishtata, to overcome their Kanishtata, what they should do? They should see that body as a temple and they should feel that opposite living entities hunger as Udara Vedam they should not do. Who said this? Kapila, 29th chapter. See in 3rd canto, 29th chapter. Kapila is saying all this. So that's why there Prabhupada also writes, this Kanishta Bhaktas, they see Udara Bedam. That means his hunger is hunger, but opposite living entity's hunger is not hunger. That's why what they should cultivate, they may not see Paramatma, but here, whoever is here, this Uttamadhikari see directly Ishta, that means the form whom you worship, that form directly see in every living entity. To that stage he should reach. This person has to reach this stage. So for that what he has to do? He has to practice at least conceptually. Oh, Paramatma is, he heard now, Paramatma is there in living entity. Now he started, so showing daya towards the living entities, to thinking that Paramatma is there in that body, so let me feed, don't make that body to be destroyed. So feed to that living entity. This kind of consciousness they should practice along with what they should do? They should, to raise the level beyond this Dhrashraddha, what they should do? One thing this they should practice, and next what they should do? इधर का लोग क्या करते हैं भाई? हाँ? For what sake? For developing Dhrashraddha. And what else they should do? The associating pure devotees and hearing from them to develop Dhrashraddha. That is one point only. And next? 24 hours कैसे करेंगे? They should do their dharma. Whatever dharma, they should follow that. So that they will be in what? Goodness. And what else they should do? They should do bhajan as per their Shraddha. Minimum, for us, what is the condition is set out? 16 rounds, 16 mala. Minimum. But as the Shraddha increases, he should increase the bhajan. So, this person's activities are. But what about these people? Whoever is here, what they do? They do. And also they do Varnashrama Dharma for what sake? To setting an example to the society. अभी धीरे धीरे आ रहे हैं. ट्रैक में लाना ही पड़ेगा सबको अभी. नहीं छोड़ना है. Because the amount of anartha nivritti, these levels are defined. So major anartha nivritti happened, that's why it is called as anartha nivritti in the Nishtha. So what are the, how many types of anarthas are there? पढ़ नहीं रहे आप लोग एकदम. 4. Sukritota, Duskritota, Aparadota, Bhaktiutta anarthas. How they are eradicated? That means Atyantiki, that means और वापस नहीं आएगा. Maximum, प्रायः, so full, आतरता Atyantiki, complete. These are the different levels of purification. So Sukritota and Duskritota anarthas are finished where at level? Which level? Anartha nivritti. And completely they are out in which level? Ruchi. They will not come back also. Because of Ruchi, so that means his mind now before, that means Ruchi, his mind is forcibly engaged in chanting and hearing. In the stage of Ruchi, what? Naturally it goes behind the chanting and hearing, and he has to go behind mind. अरे थोड़ा सा सुनो ऐसा माइंड बोलता रहती. He has, that's it. Aparadot anarthas are purified this level. Prema. Aparadot anarthas. That is another anartha. Not the Sukrita Duskrita anarthas. That's why these stages are based upon what? Anartha nivritti. Based upon the eradication of anarthas, these stages are defined. Nothing. Otherwise, everyone is endeavoring to do 24 hours direct devotion only. But that means here person whoever is there in the Ruchi, in his case, mind naturally running behind the doing those. That's why that is Ruchi stage. And what about this Nishtha stage? In this stage, it is stable actually. There is no Ruchi, but so he wants to engage his mind and senses and his body in the service, direct service. It is keep on doing without any vikshepa, obstacle. sleeping, falling sleeping, or jumping here and there mind, those will not be there. So that's why that is known as Nishta. Because of the eradication of anarthas, there is a change in bhajan actually. Or before the Nishta, what is that? Bhajan is oscillating actually. Anishtita bhajana. Because of anarthas. Or kuch nahi actually. You are so much thinking that, oh, these are the big, big books and what is there? Oh, this is very difficult. Nothing actually. If you try to learn, it's a very simple. The Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy is very simple, and our books also very nice and simple. But this diagram you should learn. Yes. Like see, these are all people also, they follow Varnashrama Dharma to set an example like that for preaching. Kya? Yeah, based upon consciousness. That is the point. To set an example, they do for doing the paropakara. Is clear? हाँ? क्या बोलिए आप लोग नहीं है? Plural, हाँ? थोड़ा.
Based upon type of sadhana, consciousness wise he was always in Vrindavan. But type of sadhana that he was doing.
That we'll analyze later. You not now, we'll later after class. So the word Dehinam refers to those who are embodied. The living entities are embodied in different forms, which number 84 lakhs of species. All these were treated by king in the same way he would treat himself. So that is minimum required for the Kanishta also. So that he can progress. He should try to develop this Shraddha by hearing pure devotees. Along with that, he should give compassion. He should have compassion towards the living entities, not material compassion. There is a Paramatma is there in this body, that's why I should serve this body. With that. That is the goal actually. Because Uttamadhikari means he is seeing Paramatma directly in every living entity. To reach that level, so now he should start practicing. So that is the thing. In this age, however, so-called kings and presidents don't treat all other living entities as their own self. So because they are merciless. Wherever there is, so mercy is not there, then they automatically become cruel. So people's heart will become so soft only because of bhakti. But remaining like Sattva-guna, if you maintain, also you can't say that heart is so soft. So wherever there is a softness is there in the heart, then automatically you will be very compassionate towards everyone. So that's why bhaktas are the most compassionate living entity in this whole creation is bhakta, devotee. So that's why if we bring everyone to the Krishna consciousness platform, then automatically that means this violence will be finished, because they will become compassionate for the. So that's why by preaching this Krishna conscious movement, preaching our philosophy only, so we can stop all these kind of things. People, they might be trying so many ways to stop the violence, but those are all artificial means. Unless if you don't make people's hearts so soft, if you put only rules and regulations, by that you try to stop the violence, it's not going to work. It's not going to work fully actually. When you make heart so soft, that is only possible by understanding philosophy properly, this bhakti philosophy, by doing bhakti. So most of them are meat eaters, and even though they may not be meat eaters and may pose themselves to be very religious and pious, they still allow cow slaughter within their state. Yes or no? We say that our government is, the present government is so nice. Do you think now the cow slaughter is over? Millions and thousands and millions of cows are killed every day. Prabhupada requests that at least these people should stop eating cow. They may eat other animals, but at least they should not eat cow. So, because cow and Krishna consciousness is inseparable relationship we have. Our Krishna is Gopal. So who protects cows and who likes cows? Prabhu, that is a transcendental cow. Prabhu, what is the bothering of this cow? This is also made up of 3 modes, that's all. People also get this kind of consciousness. What is there? These 3 modes thinks everything is temporary. Let us chant 16 rounds and we'll go back to Godhead. This is okay? All cows also made up of 3 modes? Material. Tell me. This kind of logic also I am hearing actually. What is the need of bothering of all these?
Then Brahmanas are also in more separable.
Yes.
And they should also not be protected.
No need of protection of all these things. Just chant 16, Hare Nama, yo kevalam, kalo nasteva gatiranyata. Bas ho gaya. This is the thing, because of studying the philosophy, they are getting this kind of things. But they want nice food, nice pizza, burger, everything. Rasgullas. Everything is made up of 3 modes, so let them they eat anything. No, उस समय नहीं चलता है. So this is very, very dry philosophy actually. And so they are cheating themselves. That is not actually, that is not the spirit. So devotee is paradukka dukkhi actually. And this dukkha is also not sentimental dukkha. So he is seeing the spirit soul is being entangled in these material modes and unnecessarily claiming the pain of the body as his own, and like that it is so engaged to taking out from that situation. This is the goal of the devotee actually. He will never use this kind of dry logics to escape from his duties. Such a sinful heads of state cannot actually be popular at any time. Another significant word in this verse is Mukta Sangha Prasangaha, which indicates that the king was always associating with the liberated persons. So that if we are not in touch with the higher conscious people, our progress in any field actually will be over. That's why the most important thing in our life is being that means any field you take, even business field or education or anything. So even in the devotion also, we should be always so associating with the people who are expert in that field. That association is very, very much important. If you left the association, you gone. So if you may are not able to do anything, but don't leave association. Don't leave association. Then you will be successful. At somehow or other day, you will be in the right track. So that what will happen, Prithu also is always in association of devotees, liberated persons. King also always so call his court and getting their association and hearing from them. And so that otherwise natural tendency is what? Every object is always falling down only. Similarly, our consciousness also, every minute it goes down. Because of all the time our surroundings are fully filled with the passion and ignorance, these modes are very much aggressively, that means changing, and our consciousness, our mind intelligence also is very
in such a way that he could display the 6 opulences of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in full. I am Bhau Mandalamudayatri Ottai Kaviro Naradevanatah Astaya Chaitram Gratata Chapa Panyasyati Dakshinato Yathataka.
This king being unequally powerful and uniquely powerful and heroic, will have no competitor. He will travel around the globe on his victorious chariot, holding his invincible bow in his hand and appearing exactly like the sun, which rotates in its own orbit from the sun.
So chariot is given to whom? By whom? Who gave chariot to him? Huh? For Prithu, who gave chariot? Surya. मुझे याद नहीं इसीलिए I am asking. I do. Indra gave. Indra gave what? Indra gave, I think, sword. I think. तो देख के बोले यार आप एकदम मुझे भी गलत रास्ते पर मत ले जाओ. Lord Vishnu gave Sudarshan, okay. Chariot who gave? पक्का? ठीक है. चैरियट को नहीं, घोड़ा को. चैरियट उधर ही है. विश्वकर्मा gave ना? Yes. Huh? Vishwakarma gave chariot. They are saying Indra. So, sword दिया, है ना? Sword नहीं, वो तो sword तो शिव दिया लगे. And shield दुर्गा देवी दिया. हाँ? हाँ? Crown दिया ना? हाँ, Indra crown. Yes. ठीक है. तो इंद्र का ने तो चैरियट वो विश्वकर्मा से दिया चैरियट लेकर वो पूरा घूमते हैं. ये बात है. द किंग बीइंग uniquely powerful and heroic will have no competitor. He will travel around the globe on his victorious chariot, holding his invincible bow in his hand and appearing exactly like the sun, which rotates in its own orbit from the south. So in the chariot he used to move like this. In this verse, the word yatharkaha indicates that the sun is not fixed but is rotating in its orbit. In a helical shape it rotates like this around the Sumeru. It go up like that and once again it will come like this. You will learn this in the 5th canto. So, in this verse, Yatharka, sun rotates, which is said by Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is confirmed in the Brahma Samhita and also in other parts of Srimad Bhagavatam. But our modern scientists, they think that sun is fixed. But actually Vedic systems, sun is rotating. Earth is fixed. Even the modern scientists also, they say some people, earth is fixed. In 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated that the sun rotates in its own orbit at the rate of 16,000 miles per second. Similarly, Brahma Samhita states, Yasyanya Brahmati Sambruta Kala Chakraha. The sun rotates in its own orbit according to the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The conclusion is that the sun is not fixed in one place. As far as Prithu Maharaj is concerned, it is indicated that his ruling power would extend it all over the world. That means in the sun, his chariot, actually one chariot is on the, that's Loka Parvat will be there around this total earth planet. So actually in his chariot there is only one wheel actually. 7 horses, yeah. 7 wheels कहाँ रखेंगे बोलो? So one wheel is fixed actually. That means one side chariot is fixed and only with it will rotate like that. I don't know. So so like this, you will be learning actually in the 5th canto, many things will come. So it is herein indicated that Prithu Maharaj's region over the world would cover even the Himalaya mountains and extend to the borders of oceans and seas. In other words, his region would cover the entire planet. Actually, and also one more thing, we are in the Bharatakanda, which is like ice cream. Ice cream fixed on disc. Disc is earth. In that, so 7 So Dvipas are there. That means 7 oceans, means 7 Dvipas. And in the middle one, Jambu Dvipa, there are 9 Varshas. In that Bharata Varsha, one small portion is Bharatakanda. That is this we stay, which is the South Pole is fixed actually. You know, for our Earth planet is like a globe, na? So down it is fixed actually. That's why nobody goes South Pole. Through the South Pole, can anyone go to other country? It's not allowed. Nobody is allowed. नॉर्थ पोल से जाते हैं ऐसा ऊपर से. हाँ, हवाई जहाज कभी भी साउथ पोल से नहीं जाते हैं. हाँ? This is it's international rule, you know this. No airplane, nobody is allowed actually. क्योंकि उधर गया गायब हो गए सब लोग. अभी भी माने हमारा अर्थ प्लैनेट, हमारा जो ग्लोब है उसमें भी अभी हम लोगों को साउथ पोल की तरफ क्या है पता ही नहीं. Yeah, they also say it is a mysterious place, you should not go there. That's universal. That's you can check also international rule. That is, can I travel through? You can ask the Chat GPT. Can I travel to South Pole? Travel through South Pole or not? Then it will give explanation. हाँ. वो सब बोगस है और कुछ नहीं. हाँ? हाँ. अच्छा. हाँ, extremely challenging and okay. वो भी तो चालाक बन गए अभी तो. वो भी उन्हीं लोगों से बना हुआ है ना. Extremely challenging and not allowed, and no flight goes in that direction. Special permit. That's why these all scientists and who are there on our planet, so they are all, it's a great agenda is there actually. If you go and see, if you are allowed, then you go and see. First of all, explore your South Pole. You'll understand what is fact. Explore your own South Pole. Huh? अरे भाई तो इससे आपको पता चल जाएगा ना फैक्ट क्या है, झूठ क्या है. वो फिक्स थे तो तब क्या पृथ्वी तो घूम ही नहीं रहे. कहानी खत्म हो गया अभी. हाँ, पूरा थ्योरी खत्म हो जाएगा. इसीलिए उधर मत जाओ, कोई नहीं जाना चाहिए, रूल है. हु साइंटिस्ट माने वही सब लोग चोर है. आप भी कुछ दिन के बाद साइंटिस्ट बन गया तो आपको बोलेगा उधर नहीं जाना है, आप दूसरों को बोले उधर नहीं जाना है. ऐसा ही था. कौन सा रोटेट है? कोई रोटेट नहीं. भूमंडल, अरे भूमंडल कहाँ रोटेट किए करके? वो तो ऑलमोस्ट ऑल इट्स द रेडियस ऑफ अर्थ इज इक्वल टू द सोलर सिस्टम इज द टॉप एक्चुअली इन द Susumara. Those are all nakshatra, they are different. Those nakshatras, they are moving actually. This is not moving. All complete bogus. NASA is another fraud actually. Completely fraud that is. हाँ? वो सब ऐसे ही अपना बनाइए, कोई बात नहीं. उनको अल्टीमेटली भक्ति के में ले आना है बस. बट व्हाट इज फैक्ट? इफ यू टीच द फैक्ट, फर्स्ट डे ओनली यू विल आउट. ये तो साधु पगला गए. चलो ये तो हम तो सुनेंगे नहीं. ये लोगों को, इनको पागल हो गए सच में. इन लोगों को पागल कुत्ता काट ली इन सबको. ये लोग एसोसिएट करना ही नहीं है करके पहले से चले जाए. अरे अर्थ इज फिक्स्ड, नो डाउट इन दैट.
Then rest of the other planetary systems, other planets.
Other planets are on the top actually. They are all have their own fixed positions. Some are moving. That I don't know fully. NASA is completely bogus actually. That is all their information, everything. It's a trap actually. That's why this is the way we are kept in illusion. It looks like very strange for us. Oh, this much technology, everything is working. Prabhu, what is this?
Rainfall and all, they are predicting some weather
Of course, see some.
Nothing to do with heliocentric theory.
Yes, yes.
Whatever observations that advancement is made in technology,
Yeah.
it can work either with heliocentric or
Here, that is the point.
scientists, also communities, they agree on that.
Yes. That's why there is no point of rotate होने वाला अर्थ की साथ में ही आप सैटेलाइट घुमा पाएंगे, ऐसा कुछ नहीं. ये भी एक फाल्स थ्योरी है. It's a heliocentric or whatever that means. If sun is center or the earth is center, no problem. Your satellite will work actually. साहब ऐसा ही बस, ये सब ट्रैप और कुछ नहीं. अरे everything will work. Whatever is the center, it will work. Okay? You know the theory or not? Did you study satellite science? No. Yes. You are electrical engineering. Where did you study actually? No. Those are all. That's why everywhere there is a need correction actually. Whatever things are working, even it's not necessary that you have to follow there's Niels Bohr theory only for the atoms, and then only these are all working. These models, they are different, Rutherford and like that, atomic structure proposed by many people. So, don't think that this theory is only defining the functionality. Functionality is there and we are getting the result of that. So, which is different, which is free from the theories. This is the fact actually. We are just given with the books and the different theories, everyone speculate, and then after that we are made just a fool actually.
How do they define gravitational force?
Huh?
Stationary orbits.
You come to the platform of fifth canto explanation. From that eyes you see everything will be working. Now we are in the platform of scientific theory, and we base that our logic that is true, and anything is against to that is wrong. But now you shift from that domain to this domain and see.
I agree with most of the things, but except for one thing, the photo that they are clicking from moon. Why it is Earth is appearing round?
वो ऐसे मून में गया ही नहीं एक्चुअली कोई. फोटो कहाँ से आया? हाँ, moon is very very far actually. It's impossible to reach. No, any object made with the earth material it cannot go. Moon is somarasa actually. Soma.
Not into moon only. From space they are clicking photo.
No. See, अरे सुनो. Actually, Earth, Bharatkhanda is like a globe only. It's like ice cream. But Bharatkhanda is different and Earth is different. Okay, I will tell later class. Okay. Another significant word in this verse is Naradeva. As described in previous verse, the qualified king, be he King Prithu or any other king who rules over these states as an ideal king. All these will be coming in the fifth canto. Pavanesh Renu will come. So he will discuss. No. He's the expert here. I don't know anything actually. Should be understood to be. अरे तो ये बहुत interesting topics है. It will be coming in fifth canto. Wait for that. No. Pavanesh probably mostly. He did good research actually in this. Should be understood to be God in human form. So Naradeva, that's why we call king as Naradeva. According to Vedic culture, the king is honored as the supreme personality of Godhead because he represents Narayana, who also gives protection to the citizens. He is therefore Natha, or the proprietor. Even Sanatana Goswami gave respect to the Nawab Hussain Shah as Naradeva, although the Nawab was Mohammedan. Next. अस्मै नृपाला किल तत्र तत्र बलिं हरिष्यन्त सलोकपाला मंस्यन्त येषां स्त्रिय आदिराजं चक्रायुधं तद्यश उद्धरन्त्यः. When the king travels all over the world, other kings as well as the demigods will offer him all kinds of presentations. Their queens will also consider him the original king, Adi Raja, who carries in his hands the emblems of club and disc and will sing of his fame. So sing of his and will sing of his fame, for he will be as reputable as Supreme Personality of Godhead. As far as reputation of is concerned, King Prithu is already known as incarnation of Supreme Personality of Godhead. The word Adi Rajam means the original king. Next. Ayam mahim gam duduhedi rajaha prajapatir vrittikarah prajanam yo leelayadrin swasharasa kotya bindhan samam gama karodhyathendra. The king, this proprietor of the citizens, is an extraordinary king and is equal to the Prajapati demigods. For the living facility of all citizens, he will milk the earth, which is like a cow. So now, what are the future things going to happen? So those are also glorified by these Vandis, Magadas and Sutas. So Lord Prithu is going to milk Mother Earth, where earth became cow. Not only that, but he will level the surface of earth with the pointed ends of his bow, breaking all the hills exactly as King Indra, the heavenly king, breaks mountains with his powerful thunderbolt. Actually, Indra, what he does? So while raining, actually he will send thunderbolts so that mountains will be leveled some extent, so that people can cultivate that. Similarly, Prithu also, he is going to level entire earth. It will be coming in the next chapters. The total thing will be explained. And also he is going to milk Mother Earth. Vispujayana jaggavam dhanusvayam yada charat kshmama vishahya magjo tadanililyur dishi dishya santo langula mudyamya yata mrugendra. When the lion travels in the forest with its tail turned upward, all menial animals hide themselves. Similarly, when the king Prithu will travel over his kingdom and vibrate his string of his bow, which is made of the horns of goats and bulls and is irresistible in battle, all demonic rocks and thieves will hide themselves in all directions. Singa. So, in India, Kshatriya kings are still called Singh, which means lion. Unless rogues and thieves and other demonic people in a state are afraid of the executive head who rules the kingdom with the strong hand, there cannot be peace or prosperity in the state. आज कोई डरते ही नहीं है ना किंग को देख के. Thus, it is most regrettable when a woman becomes the executive head. क्योंकि whoever is sitting in that king post, people should be afraid. But that is most regrettable when a woman becomes the executive head instead of lion-like king. In such a situation, the people are considered very So that's a woman is not so meant for the so such a positions. This is the Vedic norms. People may say it's extraordinary, even extraordinary also. So they are not meant for taking the positions, even in our organization also.
But Prabhupada sometimes says pretend we nowadays queens, so he appreciated sometimes.
Appreciate in one angle,
Queen of Britain like that.
but that means that's a Vedic standard is. So she is queen, but who is king? Eh? Who is king?
No king, queen.
Only queen. That's why that state became like that finally. Corrupted actually finally. Bankruptcy.
No king. Now king came there.
So this is the standard, Prabhu. Woman cannot be a king. Actually, she should not sit on the executable position, highest executable position. Executive position, no.
Future is gone, they will ask for president of
Also there are.
Now also they are asking. Becoming executive position, guru position, not for women. हाँ? व्यासासन व्यास का है. Huh? For women only, not for men. Wherever there is a free mixing, there is illicit sex, corruption, uncleanliness will come. If you make woman as a guru and you have to do charana seva, पाँव दबाना है, कैसे दबाएंगे भाई? You make woman guru and woman guru, and service you should do na path seva. How you will do?
What women disciples will do.
Man disciples they should not do.
Just like now also, women disciples don't do charan seva
Of
guru.
yes, yes.
Similarly, at that time also they do.
That's why. Where is written man should not. These are all. That's why these are all problems will come. And that's why guru will be there and male will be the disciple and she is sitting in the Vyasasana or giving the class and he is watching. What he is watching? Actually, that's why, actually, as per Vedic standards, when woman is sitting, sannyasis and Naishti Brahmachari, they should not hear. That is Vedic standard, actually. So, yeah, woman kirtan also is not good for brahmacharis. Woman voice. Eh?
She is pure devotee.
Pure devotee is set an example, Baba, as a stree, how it should be. Why you have to set an example of the male position? You set an example of how ideal woman looks. You have so many things to set example. And how to be chaste with husband and faithfulness. For woman is only, so mainly two qualities are important. There is no Brahmani, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra for woman. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra for whom? For only male. And for Stri Dharma is there. So that's why if you see in the 7th canto, Narada Muni explains Brahmana Dharma, Kshatriya Dharma, Vaishya Dharma, Sudra Dharma and Stri Dharma. He didn't say that if Stri Dharma, why he is saying exclusively? Because they don't need these four. They are not coming under this category actually. All women only one dharma. So whomever they father dharma, she will be getting, after marriage she will be getting her husband dharma. So this is science. First of all, let us understand the basic principle, then we'll understand intricacies also. So the main point is here, woman, so Varnashrama college is also for men. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya for men. And also this Gayatri mantra is also given for men. Prabhupada in 1960s, you can open see. This Gayatri mantra is not for women, he writes actually. He speaks also. So automatically if she follows faithfully her Dvija husband, she is also becoming Dvija. and she is getting the same result. Only thing is what? Faithful service to husband, that's all. She will be getting everything. There is no need to, that means they are not cheated or they are not, so वंचित नहीं किया गया उन लोगों को किसी फल से. But they have their own ways. So that everything will be in the mode of goodness. Now if you make, out of limited understanding of the Vedic culture, if you make everything topsy-turvy, and if you, with your speculation, if you readjust the things, then things will be very problematic actually. That's why for women actually what has to be cleanliness, how to cook and how to serve, and all these things will be, and also in the 64 arts, there are many arts are there for women also. And these arts has to be taught for women. And by that they can be successfully cooperating with the man, and so society will go on. And this basic principle is not mixing, no free mixing. Man should work outside and get the livelihood, and woman should be inside the house and so take care of everything, cleaning of house, preparing and taking care of children, taking care of the guest, everything. And so that one person outside, one person inside, and so that both are cooperating and they are making the life successful. If woman goes out and if freely is in the hand, with the association of women, then what will happen? Illicit sex will happen. That's why now there is so many problems. Whenever woman becomes, that means naturally what woman quality is to be submissive and to be controlled. But if you give financial, economical independence, and that is bringing artificial tendencies in them, and now that's why no girl wants to get married now. This is a position actually in the society, present society. Girls, they don't want to get married. Because, so I have my own money, why I have to serve man? And I don't want to get married, and I want to live, and whoever is my friend, I will be happy with my friend. What is there? What is the need of marriage, they are asking. And they are happy with their girlfriends, with the lesbian sex, and they are happy with the co-living boyfriends, whenever they are friend for benefit. You all know na friend for benefit concept. I explained. That only. That's all. That means the family system and taking care of elderly people, obeying the husband and taking care of children. Now in the coming years, the family structure will be out very soon. What is the, even we have 140 crores of people, we are so happy because of what? Because of family system. Because of Vedic culture, values are there. In US actually after the 60, 70 years old, nobody is there to take hospital also. Government is struggling to caring them. Because to give protection for them, to give help to them. But in India there is no problem. 60 years means how many will come? All that means sons, daughters and relatives, 20 people will come to the hospital. Yes or no? Still that is there. If one person get any problem, old person, all the village goes actually. Even our village is like that only. Now also, if anything happens, then all the, at least 100 people they go and see. What is happening? What do you need? Is there any help? Why? Because family system is there. Now woman is not going to get married, and only they temporarily they are having the families. Then their children, and when they become old, then who is going to take care? They are like falling like scrap. That means not cared, and just, then what will be there in the society actually? Completely out actually, no peace, no happiness. So everything is going in a very wrong way actually. Woman wants independence. So Stri Swatantriam na arhati. Who is saying? Manusmriti also. Shakuntala is saying. Dushyanta's wife. Mahabharata it is said.
So even their Vaishnava husband is their guru, or they need to take initiation from Vaishnava guru?
Diksha process actually, so whoever is realized Diksha, that means mantra Swarupa, whoever is realized, then he can be Diksha Guru. So if husband is not level in that level, so husband and wife they take from Guru, and they will be so following husband. through the husband. So they both together they worship. Diksha is must for the Gurhasthas. They have why? They have to do archana actually, as per Pancharatra system in their house. So there will be discipline and there vitta shatyam. That means accumulation of wealth will not be there. Otherwise, it's a great disease actually. Accumulating of wealth and so keeping that like that. So that vitta shatyam will be finished by having the deity worship. That is the purpose Jiva Goswami and our acharyas recommends strongly to take second initiation and have deities and worship them, whatever the capacity they have. And that's why then husband and both, they will be so made serious, they will be given with the mantra and they worship deities actually together. Together means husband worship and wife will be helping in that. Yes, cooking and cleaning and everything. Yeshaswamedan shatama jahara saraswati pradurabhavi yatra aharshidhyasya hayam purandara shatah kratuscharame vartamani. At the source of the river Saraswati, this king will perform 100 sacrifices known as Ashwamedha. In the course of that last sacrifice, the heavenly king Indra will steal the sacrificial horse. Actually, 99 only will happen. 100th one is stopped because of the stealing. Finally, Brahmaji came and says, Rane do. So, I am giving result of 10th one, but there is no need to do the 100th one, sorry. I will give you the result of the 100th one also. So, don't do that. Otherwise, what will happen? This Indra will invent even more techniques actually. He will invent the new techniques to how to cheat the people. That's why he asked, Brahma asked to stop.
Indra invented that technique. So we were following that technique.
Yes.
Indra get,
The idea came from there only.
so Indra will also get seen.
Ah.
Somebody is doing that.
Yeah. Indra, why he will get?
Because he invented.
That's over already. तब तक इंद्र तो बहुत बदल गया अभी तक. अभी तो वयोस्त मनवंतर है, वो तो बहुत पहले का बात है.
But technique is there.
जो टेक्निक इन्वेंट करेंगे उसको जब तक वो यूज होगा तब तक उसको सिनाना है क्या? ये कहाँ से नहीं है? बाप रे बाप, वो इंद्र कहाँ है पता है? वो जीवात्मा कहाँ चली गई? Actually, first Indra is yajna only. येष स्वसद्मोपवने समेत्य सनत्कुमारं भगवन्तमेकम् आराध्य भक्त्या चलबतामलं व्रज ज्ञानं यतो ब्रह्म परं विदन्ति. The king Prithu will meet Sanat Kumara, one of 4 Kumaras, in the garden of his place compound. The king will worship him with devotion and will be fortunate to receive instructions by which one can enjoy transcendental bliss. He only teaches actually, yes. Sanat Kumar only give teachings to him, not 4 Kumaras will give. Sanat Kumar Vacha will see. So, okay, next, what Prabhupada writes here, in the next purport, I think. No, in this only. So, here, the word Vidanti refers to one who knows something or enjoys something. When a person properly instructed by a spiritual master and understands transcendental bliss, he enjoys life. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatmana Sasvina Kankshati. When one attains to the Brahman platform, he neither hankers nor laments. He actually partakes of transcendental bliss enjoyment. Although the King Prithu was an incarnation of Vishnu, he nonetheless taught the people in his kingdom to take instructions from the spiritual master who represents the disciplic succession. So here Prabhupada is writing, this is authentic. That means Kumara Sampradaya actually. Okay? So he took teachings from Kumara Sampradaya. Authentic Sampradaya. Thus one can become fortunate and enjoy a blissful life even within the material world. In this verse, the verb Vidanti is sometimes taken to meaning understanding. Thus, when a person understands Brahman or supreme course of everything, he enjoys blissful life. Okay. Tatra tatra girastastas iti visruta vikramaha sosyatyatma srita gatha prutu prutu parakramaha. In this way, when the chivalric activities of King Prithu come to be known to the people in general, King Prithu will always hear about himself and his uniquely powerful activities. So to artificially advertise oneself and thus enjoy a so-called reputation is a kind of conceit. Prithu Maharaj was famous amongst the people because of his chivalrous activities. He didn't have to advertise himself artificially. One's factual reputation cannot be covered. So actually, he is going to do such great activities. That means, so milking Mother Earth, so leveling whole earth, doing 100 sacrifices, Aswamedha and so teachings, giving teachings, and getting lessons from Sanat Kumar and so on. So many activities he does. By that, he will become so famous, and everyone will be speaking about his glories. In that way, he will come to know about his glories. There is no need to artificially advertising oneself. But nowadays, without advertisement, nothing is going to known. Advertisement is needed. Very much needed actually. If we are not, nowadays this is the time actually. This is the mode of passion is so much. So lot of time and energy is given for advertisement only instead of manufacturing. For production takes very less expenses actually. But for advertisement it takes
80% of capital is invested in advertisement companies.
And 20 for production. Because people, so it became like that competition. Na? If people are in the mode of goodness, then people easily take the right decision. And if you want to cheat or otherwise, if you want to promote everything, then you need to have advertisement. So less quality, but you want to get the good sale, then we do advertisement. Or otherwise, even the competition is increased now. So much advertisement, and you have good product also, but nobody come to know. People are in the mode of passion actually. So such a passionate people, you have to bombard their consciousness to know that your product. Huh? Yes, everything we can sell. If you are able to advertise nicely. Yeah. Disho vijatya pratiruddha chakraha swadesatotpatita lokashalyaha surasurendro upagiyamana mahanubhavo bhavita patirbhuvaha. No one will be able to disobey the orders of Prithu Maharaj. After conquering the world, he will completely eradicate the threefold miseries of the citizens. Then he will recognized all over the world. At that time, both the Suras and Asuras will undoubtedly glorify his magnanimous activities. At the time of Prithu Maharaj, the world was ruled by one emperor. Although there were many subordinate states, just as there are many United States in various parts of the world, in olden days, the entire world was ruled through many states. But there was a supreme emperor who ruled all over subsidiary states. As soon as there were some discrepancies in the maintenance of the Varnashram system, the emperor would immediately take charge of all the small states. Okay.
It's one king for all over the world.
Emperor. He is not, yeah. Yes. The inhabitants of both saintly and demonic planets were all engaged in glorifying activities of Maharaja Prithu. Persons or nations anxious to spread their influence all over the world should consider this point. If one is able to eradicate completely the threefold miseries of the citizens, he should aspire to rule the world. One should not aspire to rule for any political or diplomatic considerations. This for America actually is giving suggestion. If you want to rule the world, then you make everyone out from threefold miseries, your citizens. Then the Bhaktivedanta purports of the 4th canto, 16th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam entitled Praise of King Prithu by the Professional Reciters. The next chapter is Maharaj Prithu becomes angry at the earth. Maitreya Vacha. Evam sa Bhagavan Vainyaha Kyapito Gunakarmabhihi Chandayama Satan Kamai Pratipuja Vinandyacha. The great sage Maitreya continued, in this way the reciters who were glorifying Maharaj Prithu readily described his qualities and chivalrous activities. At the end, Maharaj Prithu offered them various presentations with all due respect and worshipped them adequately. These Vandis, Sutas and Magdas, they got nice gifts and they went off. Huh.
If Kali has to play its role, then only Parikshit Maharaj, accepting the fact, he left and left this material world. So why we are so much for
Varnashram.
yeah.
Because it is a Swarna Yuga. This is the day, in this day, this time is very special time. Brahmaji is having 1000, so Mahayugas in that, this is the 7th Manvantara, so 28th cycle, this is 28th Chaturyuga, in that Chaturyuga, so Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, and this time is not ordinary time. This is going to be a golden time. That's why.
Parikshit Maharaj didn't know this.
That is for general Kali Yuga. Every Dwapar Yuga, so he will be there. But this Dwapar Yuga is not an ordinary Dwapar Yuga.
Then why did he go?
This Dwapar Yuga is very special. And that's for general. And this Dwapar Yuga and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is appearing, so that's why it's very special. So now that's why this is 10,000 years are Swarna Yuga, and everything will be nice.
Then why did Parikshit Maharaj leave?
That is for general every. Huh?
For this Yuga, for this Dwapar Yuga,
Why
why did he leave?
did he leave means?
Left
वो तो खाली बाद का समय 10,000 के बाद करना है ना काम. So 10,000 के बाद करेगा वो अपना काम. Not in this period. So in this time actually this is not, we are not in the part of Kali Yuga. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only one Chaturyuga, in one Kali Yuga only he comes out of 1,000 Kali Yugas. You're understanding? So that's why this is a very special time. And that's why this time there is no Kali, nothing. We are going to have everything. Otherwise, why Prabhupada said? To establish Varnashrama college. Why he said?
So this Swarna Yuga started 500 years back.
Yes. That's why everyone will be purified. Every village and town will be, everywhere there is a Mahaprabhu's, Chaitanya and Nityananda. So their deities will be there everywhere, in every village, in all over world. And nothing, no Kali, nothing.
Prabhuji, in one scripture in Quran,
And
that in first 10,000 years of Kali Yuga is Swarna Yuga.
year counting will be done by according to them. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whenever he appears, so from there onwards, the 10,000 years, and this is a very different, because of holy name is very freely distributed. Even it is not happening even in the Satya Yuga and any other yugas. And because of the purity of this spreading of this holy name, all people become hamsas. Their hearts will become purified. Kamsas to hamsas is happening already. That's why we are able to live peacefully. So that's why definitely this time is not a ordinary time. And Prabhupada is again and again is writing. And Dayavarnashram Dharma is not coined by Prabhupada, it is coined by. So this word coined by Dayavarnashram is coined by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and he wrote a letter to his son. My dear son, so please introduce this Dayavarnashrama, which is you are endeavoring, that is very important. 1910, in the year of 1910 he wrote. Did you read that letter? No, I will give it to you. Who? No, Prabhupada, he not said that specifically you should do Dayavarnashram. If you read So letters in The Harmonist, Sajjana Toshini, Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote how to organize a village, so how to select a varna, and how the village government should go on, how to define the, how to train the Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, everything he wrote. In 1889, and in 1879, he started writing Sajjana Toshini. And in that magazine, so that means he has seen the present society is becoming fully smartas and karmakandis, and caste-based varnashram system is completely indulged in the Brahmanas are indulged in the karmakanda, and they are caste. Based upon caste, they are so proud, and this kind of society is completely against to the principles of Bhagavatam. And Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita is saying that Varna should be decided based upon Guna and Karma. First and foremost thing. And second thing is, Karma Kanda should not be the prominent. So what is that? So Varnashram Dharma, Hari Santosh, Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. Worshipping Hari should be the prominent. So by seeing the situation of the society, that means demigod worship became too much actually, especially in Bengal, where you saw all these places, worshipping Kali and so much. So became people full of karmakandis. And smartas are given so much respect, and Vaishnavism, Vishnu worship became so less. So this is the reason actually Bhakti Vinod Thakur is a revolution. That means he is writing, this society is not going as per the standards of the Shastra. First of all, Brahmanas are not, the Varna should not be decided based upon birth. Second is demigod worship, karma kanda should not be the main course of the society. Vishnu worship should be the main course. So like this, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, if you read Sajjana Toshini, you can search in internet, please read those things. Very important. And The Harmonist. After that, Bhakti Siddhanta changed the name into Sajjana Toshini into The Harmonist. And first of all, the Sajjana Toshini is mostly in the Sanskrit and Bengali. Then after that, The Harmonist Bhakti Siddhanta made into English, Hindi, Sanskrit. In 3 languages he released. It is a bi-monthly magazine. Sometimes it became late also. So like this, there you can see all the philosophy, whatever we hear the Prabhupada mouth, from the Prabhupada mouth, everything going back to Godhead, back to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, all these words you can see in that magazines. Bhakti Siddhanta is writing. Why not? He introduced, that's why this Pancharatra Vidhi and making Brahmanas. This is the second initiation is what? Is also, we are not only just getting the mantra to worship the deities, but it is a Brahmana also. Brahmana Varana also this is. Brahmana Dijatvam also is there actually in that. Both, for not only just for worship, it is Dijatvam also, Brahmanatvam also. It is given to that person. Okay. Brahmana Pramukhan Varnan Brutya Matya Purodasaha Pauranjana Padan Srenihi Prakruti Samapujaya. Last sloka. King Prithu was satisfied and offered all respect to all the leaders of Brahmanas and other castes, to his servants, to his ministers, and to the priests, citizens, general countrymen, people from other communities, admirers and others. And thus they all became happy. He made everyone happy. So then after that, Vidura is asking questions based upon whatever he heard till now. And we will see that questions, then answer, finish the chapter. Okay, we'll be having break. We'll meet at 1 o'clock. Sorry, 1:30. Why 1:45? I am leaving early. Today is the last day. Actually, better to come at 1:30. Not better? Please come at 1:30. 1:30 will be the same. 1:30 to 4 will finish.
Hmm.